All right, talking with the microphone off, nothing like that, right? So we're getting started tonight. Had little problems with OBS, crashing multiple times, and Steam giving me a issue about cloud synchronization 5 minutes after I had shut it down and started it back up. So don't know what to think there. Anyway, here we are. Where are we? Uh, it's Kleinhau, I believe is how that's pronounced. So this is the newest map that's out on Farming Simulator 17 that I actually thought I had downloaded the other day but didn't, so got it downloaded today and thought, well, let's go out and take a look at it. So this is Kleinhau Legacy. And this is where we start. The minute we start into the map, this is where we start. So, and I haven't even looked at this yet, so this is all new to me. So let's see what we got. It looks very pretty. And the roads don't look too narrow, which is one of my biggest complaints with a lot of maps. I see fences though, so we'll see about how difficult those become. Okay. 1990. Welcome to our old farm. I hope you enjoy playing as much as I did making it. Dedicated to my father Joachim and my mother Pamela, who somehow managed to raise 2 small children and she with the farm almost all by herself. Thanks, Mom. All right. Very pretty. Oh, I guess that's the that's a real picture of the home there. Isn't that nice? So we'll have to see. And it looks like he may have recreated it to some degree over there too. So that's very pretty. Let's take a look real quick at the whole map here. Oh, that's pretty big. I see a lot of outlying. Oh, we can actually get to those areas? Like, what's that? Quarry? Way out there? Can we actually get to that? I'm going to have to try. I'll bet you we can't, though. Because that's just kind of, that looks more like a feature than anything else. And there's something little blue thing down there in the lower left-hand corner, which I can't tell what that is. Well, I think the first thing is see if I can get to the quarry. That's going to be the first thing I want to do. Oops, not exactly what I wanted to do there. Okay, that's what I want to do there. And we've got it on real time. So let's see. I really don't want to just jump to a tractor right now. So let's go ahead and see. You know, you can't auto walk. So we got a little something going on over here. Oh, that's a nice little Victorian. Looks almost Victorian there, doesn't it? I love the corner of the house there. That's one of my favorite features on older homes, is that. And we have a shed over here. This looks like it's taken right off of the Goldcrest Valley, which is right there typically on your farm, but none of the decorations around it. So, and that's nice. I've been working on my farm just a little bit. My actually map, not farm, my map a little bit. I think I've got the terrain all smoothed out. I had to go back in and recreate the river because it wasn't working out right. We got a little swing set over here. Isn't that nice? Look at that. And our first gold nugget too, it looks like. Well, might as well collect it since I'm here. So, on the swing, I have discovered a good nugget. I want to swing. Swing, 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 swing. All right. Yeah, not exactly. A little. See, now, you ought to be able to get in the car. You ought to be able to get in that. Yeah, that's all I can do is toggle my light. Doggone it. Whoa. Okay, needs a little work. Needs a little work right here. Kind of stuck in that door. So, Maybe could have made that a little closer or something. I don't know what we were doing with this. And can't get in there, right? Or can we? Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Alright. Well, already found a glitch. That's too bad. I know that this is a lot of work, though. You know, this isn't just something that you come out and you slap something together. Very interesting, though, what he's done here. Okay, so we got that one. And then actually took the same building again, it looks like. And butted it up here. Okay. See? And made it a corner piece there. Trying to make it, I guess, like, oh. I guess that's the pickup truck I can get into. Okay. So. And here. Okay. And this is probably why it's off on the other side over there, because it's butted right up here. And to butt it up here, it had to be off on the other side. So that would be my guess on that. I would work on trying to change that a little bit. So, interesting. So very pretty. Got a little fence there. Not doing anything here. We just got little clumps of stuff lying around for no apparent reason. And here we got the chickens over in the tomato patch. Get out of tomato patch. So we kind of let them run around wild, don't we? They're not really fenced in, are they? I mean, we got a fence here, but they're not really kept in the fence. Because it's open over by the house. I guess that's probably the territory there where we just say, if they come walking out this side of the fence over here, we're having roasters for dinner tonight. Alrighty. And wonder if I can cut that grass. And this must be, I don't know, this must be maybe, is this cattle? I think that's pigs. So, do we have a sign here I can read? We got a sign there. I don't know if I can read it or not. Let's see if I can see it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you got a sign here. It's backwards. It should be turned around. Well, that's nice. Was empty for many years in a state of disrepair. It has since been refurbished and is almost unrecognizable. I'm not sure I know what that means. It should have been almost unrecognizable. Hey, how are we doing, Mother in a Jar? Sorry, I was too busy driving around, looking around the farm here. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Okay. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. So don't worry about it. So hope everything's going okay today. Are you wearing your tracksuit today? So I think the sign's supposed to be turned around the other way. I would think that would be the way you would want that to be. So you don't have to get in the pig pen to see it. That doesn't quite make sense to me, but maybe it makes sense to somebody else. And that unrecognizable, I would imagine it was unrecognizable before it got, maybe it's unrecognized as being a derelict is what we're trying to say there. But okay, and jump! Ah, man. I won't tell you where I caught that post. But I will tell you it must have hurt. Jump! Okay. And, oh, we got a little bit of information over here. What is this? This is seed, no doubt. Seeds and fertilizer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, oh, just because, you know, sometimes you do. I don't know if you're going out to go to meet or whatever. I know you just went to do some taekwondo. Was that yesterday? And I remember you telling me you're a red belt. Oh, what do we got back here? We got, okay, the pickup. Well, what was this over here then? This where we drop off. Well, what do we drop off here then? Probably the... I'm thinking this is where you would put the straw in. Blow in the straw. Maybe. We'll have to see. Because I'm not getting anything here because I don't have anything to get. Ooh. I always wonder about stuff like this. I mean, not just, you know, here, because you see it a lot of times on real farms. Although those wheels look really nice to be out here. I ought to take those and put them on my truck, you know. And I'm a little concerned about this fuel tank being out here like this. That's 130-06 away from being a boom. Oh, Sunday tournament got third. Okay. And second in sparring. Cool. It was tough in forms. Was the truck from 15? Okay. You know, I don't remember looking at a lot of stuff that was in 15. I don't remember looking at a lot of stuff. A lot of the, you know, decorations and stuff. So, yeah, there's cultivator. There's a plow. There's loader. There's a tipper. We got a weight over there. That's supposed to be... That's the mower. Is that the side mower? Oh, no, that's the front mower. Okay, so you like that one. That's cool. And what do we got here? We got a spike and bucket. I got me a bucket. Oh, see, I haven't seen the tractors yet, though. And so we got something here. What is this supposed to be? Silos, temporary storage of your commodities. Really? So this is the dump spot for these guys? That doesn't make sense. I guess. And this is where you come and pick it up. So I guess that's it. That's the pickup, and this is the dump spot. Oh, there it is. I wasn't exactly in the right place. Okay. It was on the side. Like I was thinking you were supposed to drive right on the dirt there and drop it. So that's odd. And then we've got... I'm guessing these are the, so I guess we don't put anything down the center there. We've got two different, all I can think of is slurry, silos. Brain's not working today. Okay, something starts with an S. Oh, all right. There must be tractors around here somewhere. What's this up here? Is that part of my farm? Oh yeah, wasn't I up there? I was up there. I don't ever seen any tractors. Is that another sign, or is that the sign I started at? That's the sign I started at, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not the sign I started at. What is this? It's another sign. I do love the way that they put the pictures around. Silage, thank you, Mother and Jar. I just can't. My brain's just not working today. The landscape still barren after World War II, where most of the forest was reduced to splinters, I can imagine. It was all replanted by hand in community lead events for old and young alike. Well, they look like they're having fun, don't they? Yeah. They're taking our picture. Shh. Oh, there's a harvester right there, and there's the tractors. Okay. And did I say tractors? And there's also a pallet fork there here. So, tractor. Well, I thought for sure I was over here. Is this a different? This is a different house, but with the same type of formatting. It looks like. So, got that with a double garage. Did Twitch give me a cheer box? I don't know if they did or not. Oh, we got some more stuff. Oh, another gold nugget. I don't even know where the heck I am. So they might have. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to that stuff. So Look at this cheeky little group. Well, this is so cute the way that he's done this map here with these with the pictures here. That's pretty neat. So, they are children of our neighbor's family who helped us so much back then. They're all grown up now and help out on their farms. In fact, Lucas, okay, because Lucas, Etienne, and Jerome, I guess that's left to right there. Lucas was about the first to discover my map online, immediately contact the family. Isn't that sweet? Yeah, no, well, I don't have a cup. I saw something where there, quite a while back, though, but I think that was on Streamlab is what it was, and it looked like I could put a cup up, but I don't know what that was for. I think that was for tips, but I was talking to Tohi a little bit about that, because she has now a, I guess it's a cheer cup or whatever it is, and because she got contacted because she's a favorite, but not me. Anyway, so yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I got to go out and mow the lawn tomorrow here because we got an acre. Because it's going to rain, according to the report, on Thursday, and if it rains before I get out and mow it, not only is it tough to mow, wet grass is tough to mow, but then cutting down them weeds, they're tough enough without being wet. And then, on top of that, it gets muddy. Something like it. Well, I think I meet the follows. I'm not sure. And, yeah, an acre's not that big. It's not that big. So, but, at least you don't have the neighbors walking out their back door into your yard. That's kind of nice. Kind of open animal dialogue. So, okay, so this is probably where I drop off the cows then. I'm guessing. Where did I come from? I gotta find out. Back over by the chickens. Okay, I see. So, let's see if I can find my way. So, it looks like we got another tipper here. And look. Oh, no, I thought that was a gold nugget under there. It's the chalk holding it there. So what is this? We don't know. Because I don't have something that can tell me what this is. So this would be the cows or something. Yeah, but I could never do it, with like a walking lawnmower or anything. Compacting, so that's silage too. That's for the cattle, I guess. Silage for the cattle. Yeah, I could never do it with just, and another one over here. Ain't really odd. I can understand that other one. I don't understand this one. Last year's punishment, you had to mow an acre field with a push mower? Oh my goodness. No, I could never do that. Not, yeah, no. I just give up. Here we go. More tomato. Ow, 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 ow. I thought that's not the tomato plants though that the chickens were in. Okay. So where's the tomato plants the chickens was in? And is this the house? Is this my house now? Kind of. Almost. Okay. It's across the street. There we go. So, I don't know if that's supposed to be the house. This is about where I started, though. And now we're back over here. So I only have one tractor? That's interesting. Had the bag on it, so you had to... Yeah, I know. Oh, man. Yeah, see, that's one thing. I got a riding lawnmower, so I don't have to deal with all that to begin with. And then I take the bags off, and I just let the mulch go right back into the grass. Because, I think that actually helps to fertilize. And jumped in the pile? That sounds like fun. Yeah, an acre of grass? I bet. So, I bet that was fun. Until you had to pick it out of your clothes and get it out of your shorts and stuff. Well, okay, so we kind of looked around here a little bit, around the farm, so we got a good look at that. Looks like there's some sheep way the heck over there I haven't gotten to, so... Let's see if I can go see the sheep. Whoops, chickens. Okay, sorry. Well, that seemed to be the way to go. Maybe I gotta go, yeah, I gotta get up on the road here, okay. Because we didn't go this way. They're way across the way here. Thought I'd be able to look left and right as I'm going here. There's a lot of dead branches on the side of the road here. Need to get out here and clean this stuff up, man. That'd be good kindling. Okay, it looks like the sheeps are way over there. Got all these little, those are all the fields. Looks like we own 44 and 46 there too. I think we own a lot more fields too. So, you have bag on riding lawnmower, but we can't have bag on it because I have dogs and they will track all the grass in the house. So you have to have the bag on it so they don't track all the grass in the house. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, that's what them dogs will do. Oh, looks like it's ready to harvest here. So, what the heck, man? We got sheep way the heck over here. Way the heck over here. Where's my sheepses? Are these my sheepses? Jump! Okay, made it. Yeah. Yeah, oh, okay, so this is the sheep pasture here. Wow. And jump! Okay, made it. I'm running. Not very fast, is it? Looks like we got a cell point or something over here. Oh, look, there's the other tractor. There's another tractor. Oh, that's a pretty nice one there. So what are we selling over here? Seems like we'd be picking up wool over here, not selling anything. Yeah, here's a sell point right here. What is this? Ah, straw and hay. So this is the straw and hay sell point. Interesting. Way the heck out here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's reminiscent of one of the other ones too. What was that one? Oh, you know what? I think this was the one that was like at Bjornholm. Well, actually, I don't know. This building is not the same. They do something else with that. So I guess he just put the decorations on there or something. I don't know. All right. Well, time to start jumping around. Let me just check real quick and see what our equipment is. What kind of equipment do we have? Looks like we got 3 tractors. So I haven't found the other tractor here yet. Where's this one at? Where's that at? Well, apparently it's over by the chickens and stuff, and I didn't see it. Where's this one at? That's also, now that's one I did see over there. Okay. And then this one here. And there's my pick 'em up. And the harvester and a couple of tippers and that and some, got a fertilizer. Really? So I got 2 of these. Okay. Valtra! Yes. Why in the world do I have a cotton pick and roller? I guess it's to clean up all them branches on the road, huh? I don't know if it'll do that. 1 weight. 1 Rapid A600. I don't remember if that's the one that's a direct seeder or not. Plow. And that's pretty much it. Okay. One thing I do like, though, is they got a lot of places to sell stuff here. So if you go and take a look at all that. That's nice. I like to see that. I don't like to go to a map and there's like 2 places to sell stuff and they're both at the same location for the same prices. What just happened? Oh, okay. Okay, too many caps. That's what it was. Interesting. I went out and I did a modification on my restream for that, and it's funny because everything just disappeared on my restream chat except for that stop spamming. That's all right. Don't worry about it. That actually was a surprise, though, because all of a sudden everything just disappeared on the Restream chat, but everything's still there, you know, on the Twitch chat. Oh, that reminds me. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Um, let's see. No. He says we got to do it here. Okay, let's try it here. Let's see if this will work. I forget how to do this. What is this? Okay. Let's see if that works. Yep. There we go. Okay. So, a little something because, you know, you missed a lot of time on Twitch and everything because of the whole email thing. So, a little something there. And I'll take a look at that. Maybe we'll get shoot a little bit more. I really feel like, I'm sorry, I really kind of feel they're a little useless though because I don't have any prizes for it. So, so you know, yay, hollow victory. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead and save this here for right now. 1,000. So, you got 0,000. What's that? All right. And so, yeah, so I do like that, you know, that they've got that going for it. Sunflowers look pretty good. I should probably look, oh, actually, let's go back there. Because I should probably look to see what our fields, what the fields are that we own and what they have. So we've got 44, 46, and 47 is what we own right now, it looks like. I don't see that we own any others. There's a lot of them here. I was looking at a map yesterday. Had almost 300 fields on it. I don't even know what map it was. Somebody else was streaming it. So, I think I know. I think I remember who was streaming it. I might go and ask them, but it was like, 300. So what is this? Is that actually potatoes or is it empty? Look, it's got like a little green spot in the middle. 46 looks like wheat. 47 looks like canola. Well, that was the same thing for me as I was trying to think of that on Saturday. Because I think you stopped in for a little bit on Saturday, and I was trying to remember, how do I do this? So I had to actually look it up, and then I almost forgot it again. So, but I wanted to make sure, you know, that when you were on next time, that go ahead and shoot you some bonus points to try and make up a little bit for all the time that you couldn't actually be here on Twitch. So, well, I guess I'm going to have to go and take a look at what's there. And I still want to try to get out to 44. You think that's barley? Maybe 43 is barley. I think 44 may not, you know what, it may not even be growing anything. No, let's see. Growth. Oh, I think it's, yeah, see, it's cultivated, but it's not growing anything. That's what I thought was, that's what I was thinking. So, and 46 is ready to harvest, but 47 isn't yet, so we know where to go with that. Wonder what that little eye is there. I've seen a couple. See, there's another one there, another one there. What are these? What is that? Information or something? What is that? I'm going to have to go out and take a look at that, but I don't know if I can get to those. 32, you think 32 is potatoes, and is it seeded? It might be cultivated. Yeah, it's cultivated, okay. So, 32. Yeah, but we don't care about 32 though, right? But yeah, 32 is potatoes. 43 is barley. Yeah. 40 is potatoes, I think, too. So, all right. Yeah, what I want to do is, you see up here, we got a quarry up here, and I'm wondering if I can even get to that, and what these little eyes are that are out here. I have no idea. Oh, I bet you those are the signs that he has put out, the information signs that we were looking at about the farm and areas around that. I'll bet you that's what that is, because we were getting a lot of those. Well, I thought we were getting a lot of those right in here, but I don't see any symbols for them. So either that's not the case or those are not important. But I wonder if this is really land that we can run on. It kind of looks like it. We just can't do any fields out there. Maybe he's going to expand it later on. So we'll see. But one of the things I wanted to try to do was get out to that quarry. See if I could get out to the quarry. So that's the first thing. Well, actually, second thing. Where's this? Oh, I did see that one before, too. Yeah, I would think so, too. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking, because there is a gas station up there. It's like, well... But, you know, it could be decoration. Let's see, I didn't move my keyboard and stuff around here. It could be decoration, but maybe not. Maybe not. So let's go ahead and we got this going on here. No, I want that up, and let's see where we're going. See if I can figure out how to get out of here. We got another road right down here. What's this road down here? Not really, or is? Okay, yeah, at the very end. All right. So I kind of begin to see how this is working out here. So I thought what I'd do is go ahead and get the harvester started. On the wheat, and that way it wouldn't get to the point where it wilts before we can get it done. Okay, and let's see. Can I do this? There we go. I'm not seeing any traffic though. I think that's kind of interesting. I would have thought I might have seen some traffic here. Can I just head right over there? Oh no. Because we got that big old ditch there. Whoa, get out of the ditch. Let's go harvest some wheat, mate. Oi, oi. There we go. Oh, look how we take up the whole road on this, too, man. That's a narrow, narrow road. This is just a little small one, too. This is not a big harvester. Oh, let's see what that sign says there. Let's see what the sign says. Okay. That. It says that. So, wow. Ooh, ow, ow. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. These trees are very nice, though. Very, very tight. So I wonder if I can just start down here at the road. But, of course, there's not a whole lot of headway here, see? Once again, one of the complaints that I always have, there's not enough headway for the crops. What? Somebody banned you for laughing at? LOL? What a sore head. Well, let's see if we can go ahead and kind of get this started a little bit here. I can get up here a little bit. Yep, that's wheat all right. Well, let's see if he can, I don't know if he can turn around at the other end either. That's one of the problems though, is I really wish they would give us more headway here. Okay. Let's get over just a little bit because he's a little too tight there. On the corner, it looks like he's going to miss part of that anyway. Close. Very close. I don't think this is all that straight. Yep. That's part of the problem. It's not very straight field. Okay, well, we're going to let that go for a little bit while, let's see. Yeah, let's take the pickup out. Where do we got to go here? I got to go this way. Go this way. Nope. I don't know where I got to go. Well, let's just go hide in the bin. Alright, come on, man. Go, 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 go. Go, go, pickup truck. No, I don't think I want to go that way. Do I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do want to go that way. It's very confusing here. Leaderboard. Yeah, MuxieBot doesn't count. I don't know why they're even in there. Ridiculous. I think this is where I want to go. Is this where I want to go? I don't know if I can get there. It looks like they're supposed to be. That looks like... See, I don't really see any roads out to there. I'm not sure if any of that is actually roads. That might be a roads up there. Okay, well, let's give it a shot. Let's see. I'm guessing this is European, so I should be on the left-hand side. Remember I was talking about, I thought those little information things were stuff like this, so let's see. Is still in front of you? Yeah, for a little bit anyway. Our last year on the farm before having to sell up. Me, nearly the same spot in 2016, so wow. Looks almost the same too, doesn't it? Ooh, see, now there's a road there, so how does that show up? Yeah, that is, those are kind of roadways back up in there. Man, oh man. And who's missing here? Lesser unknown, age old, height 4'9", weight a lot. Last seen 2014 playing World of Warcraft. Is great lover of the outdoors. Known to wander off in confusion, can often be heard singing about random stuff. May be suffering chronic flatulence. Yeah, you should be getting points, but it's like 10 points a day. I think is when it's only 70 points a week. So being subbed on that. So you should be getting it. I'm not sure how to check it. That's a good question, though. I should go out and figure out how to check that. I think he has a very big map here. I wonder if this is... Look at that ball of twine. Cool. I think he has a very big map here. But I don't think it's all filled in. I think he's going to be filling the rest of it in with something later on, or maybe it's just going to stay decoration. Because see all this out to the left, that looks kind of like a wooded area, though. Might be able to do something with that. Very big map. Look at this. What does that say? Oh, we get to drive right through it. That's cool. I smell death when I see a pine tree. I would never have a Christmas tree when I come home. Quote me by Stephen. Oh. I guess. There's a missing man? Have you heard something about this map that I don't know? Have you played this map at all? I really like this. This is pretty sweet here. Of course, it doesn't show me exactly on the map like it should. It kind of shows me off it a little bit here. Here. Shortcut. Save me from all them winding roads. Thought there was supposed to be another road right up in here somewhere. Heading north. Yeah, see, I thought... Oh, no, there it's coming up. Okay. No, the guy on the missing side. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I don't know. Chronic flatulence, I think I might pass it up. That's the road I wanted. Okay, which is kind of a road. See, that looks like a European sign, doesn't it? Motorcycles and cars. Oh, okay. No, hey, Athead, how are you doing? I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So I got this new map. There's a lot of work went into this. There's a lot of work in this. And so far it looks pretty good. I'm just doing some exploring right now. So have you been? I'm trying to see if I can get up. There's a quarry on the map up here. And I was wondering if it was all just, you know, because it's outside some of the regular stuff. Where the heck am I going? Okay, hit this way. And I was wondering if it was just, you know, if some of this area outside what appeared to be the populated area was just, oh, now which way to go? Gotta look on the map here. I think I need to go to the right here. Okay. Or if it's just decoration, but it looks like I can actually make it up here. Now the question is why? And this looks like a lot of wooded area here, so I imagine you can do a lot of lumber in here too. And let's take this way, he said. Sure, looks good to me. See if I can make it up to the quarry and see what's actually at the quarry, if anything. So, I was driving by a spot down by the river where we are. Down by the riverside. Yeah, it does look like it could be a really big logging map. Yeah, because if you take a look here, like all that little blank green space, I'm thinking that's all logging now. I'm beginning to think that's all logging, is what that is. So, which may be, I mean, it may not really have been intended that way, because this is actually based off of, you know, someone's real farm and town that they grew up in. But, and I wonder about all the roads and everything. It's really neat. So yeah. So this actually could be the way it was, and maybe there was a lot of logging out here. Certainly a lot of trees. He spent a lot of time putting trees out here, though. I mean, you know he spent a lot of time. What is this? I got a park here. What is this? Large vehicle route. Well, that's nice to know. Does that mean logging trucks? And we got some, looks like stumps over here. So somebody's been cutting down some trees. Some stumps up there. And yeah, and he's also put out some really neat signs here too. So large vehicle route. Okay. He's also put some really neat signs out here from his childhood, because this is basically the area of his childhood. So there are little signs. It's pictures of him and his family. Yeah, I guess that's what this is supposed to be, is logging. And this is the quarry. What's that say? Got a lot of nice signs. If anybody says he knew where he was in the forest, then he's a liar. A battalion commander. Oh, wait. Okay. Nugget. Three nuggets. Okay. Wow. All the way out here. That's interesting. So, and I guess I'm going down to the quarry now. Yep. Yeah, here's the quarry. Cool. So what are we going to do down in the quarry? This is really a very pretty map. It's too bad this is not like an active quarry here, you know, where you could do something with it, but I don't know, it kind of looks like it. Or spooky tree people protecting the woods and eating trespassers. Yeah, there you go. So, let's see if we're going to get something here. Do I have my... There we go. Change cruise, exit vehicle, honk. Okay, let's see. Must be scattered around the whole map. Oh, yeah. I think you're right. Uh-huh. So, I don't know what I would be dropping off here. Built-in urban legend, yeah. And there's the fuel, which you got to have that out here, because once you're out here, it's a long way back. It's a long way to Tipperary. And once around the quarry, please. Man, you could easily be lost out here. We are out in the middle of nowhere. So now I got to try to get back to town somehow or another. See, there's that little eye, the little blue eye. And I guess that means these little signs. So they're not the signs that he has with the pictures of his home, like Melon Heads in Michigan. Yeah. You like Dramard Farms gold nuggets? Why? Because they're all in one spot, or pretty much all in one spot. Yeah, I don't know. What was the one that I started out in, and it's just like all of a sudden within like first 10 minutes I found 5 gold nuggets, and it wasn't that one. Yeah, really. Wouldn't want to be broke down out here. Well, you know, back in the day, when cell phones were coming out, there was, you know, analog and digital. And so, you know, digital is the most popular one right now, and that's what's carrying over with all our smartphones and everything. But when it was first becoming popular, I lived out in Arizona, and I'd travel back and forth to California. And there was like 450 miles of nothing. And cellular, they didn't have the cellular towers out there, but they still had the analog towers. Lupins, yes. Try points. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I left it at points because everybody generally uses points. So I didn't want to confuse anybody. All right. And anyway, so, you know, I got one of those flip phones back then before smartphones. Whoa! We got a little piece of information here. Oh, this is probably telling us large vehicle path, right? Large vehicle route. Okay. But we're heading up towards that little blue eye. That's where I want to go to and see what that is. Which is going to be another, probably, oh, look. Well, it's not working. Maybe it's not supposed to work, but I would think it should. But that's just me. So yeah, and so what we do is, and here we go, there's another sign up here somewhere. What is this? That's not it though. Where's the sign? Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, so this is one of the ones I think that he has pictures on, so. Normally they have a little bit more than that too. He has a little bit more than that, but. You are here. Oh, I like that. That's pretty sweet. It's a mini colony. I don't know what you mean. But yeah, because they had, you know, the analog, then what I did was I got a phone that had 2 capabilities, and that way if I wound up, you know, broke down in the middle of the desert between California and Arizona, between Phoenix and LA, I'd still have the 911 number I could call. I didn't have to pay anything, because it was still, you could still use the 911 number for emergencies, even if you weren't paying for the phone. So, as a matter of fact, I had at one point, prior to that, I had bought one of those big block phones. You've probably seen them on commercials or something, or old movies or something. You know, the big things that were like huge erasers or something, you know. And I bought it for practically nothing. But the reason I bought it is because I didn't have to subscribe to anything, because by default it had the ability to call 911. So they always had the ability to call 911. What's going on here? Circus. Okay, well, we know where this is from, right? This is from, what is that? From Bjornholm. Did I get that right? I sometimes mess up the name on that one. But with the circus and everything, that was on Bjornholm. So I imagine some of the rest of this is from there too. Oh, okay. You're going to be idle? Okay. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, Brother Najjar. You know, and if you're around a little bit later on, say hi again if you stop back in. Appreciate you stopping by today. Thank you. So, and I don't know about you, Aunt Head. You still out there just kind of taking a look at what's going on? Yeah. Like Bat 21 Gene Heck. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like that, only that's more of a military thing. But yeah. Oh, look. Gold coin. A gold nugget. Four gold nuggets. Yeah, we are just way the heck out here, aren't we? Oh, look, and telling us that it's counting the trees for us. Hot dog. Yeah, Bjornholm. I like Bjornholm too. It was kind of nice. So, yeah, it wasn't a crank up. Nope, not a crank up. But it is that big old block size though, very similar to that. So, And we got another sign up here. What's this sign up here say? Oh. Oh, there's another one here. He's got these things peppered all over the place with little bits of information. Yeah, and this actually was an area where there was a lot of fighting, you know, between the Germans, the Axis, and the Allies here. So, fighting daily without relief, receiving little support from their own artillery, drenched in frequent rain, and without the possibility of changing clothes. This is really a very neat idea that this guy put together here, you know, with all these little posters out here, these little placards out here, you know, of different things, starting with his own farm, you know, and what was going on there, and then some of this other stuff he's putting out here. 1/2 of the Americans who fought here had German-American ancestry, which meant that 3/4 of all the combats in the Hurtgen, I guess it's for us, were either German or of German origin. Isn't that something? Call either 911 or airstrike. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Gonna get us an airstrike. Which is not to say we're gonna have us a convoy. Is this? Oh, look at all. Why? Are these just? I guess these are just posts, and they're not supposed to drop down. But why have we got 2 different ones here? That's weird. 2 different ways to go. And what does that say? Okay. All right, let's try to get back to civilization, because I think I'm just about at it right here. So we're just about to get on some paved road. Watch them bumps, buddy. Got a little bumpy road right here. Yeah. Take it, what's this, 25 mile an hour here? That is a little bumpity. Can't be cutting through here too fast, can you? Heading downtown. Got some other fields going on here. I haven't been paying attention. If there was a pop-up that told me that the harvester was full, which should have happened by now, then did I just pass a road there? Oh, well, here's one up here. What's this? I don't think it's exactly got me pinned out where I'm at. Okay, there. On the map there. So I think it's a little bit off. Whoa! Spin out! Oh no. How do I get out? Okay, back out this way. Yeah, that was good. See, I'm not really pinned in. I really do like not being pinned in. So, and I like the fact that there's not a lot of fences here. I'm good with that. Couple of fields there for sale. Trying to get back home right now so I can get back to picking up some other stuff. But it's a nice map. Nice map. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Okay, let's see. Which way, Batman? I need to take a right. Yeah. Take a right, and I can see the harvester up there is flashing at me, telling me that they are done. They are ready to have stuff picked up. So sweet, look at this. And it's got the ditches on either side too. Man, I don't know how you managed to get down to the kind of detail to get those ditches so they're not so deep. Not too deep, because I've been playing around with map editing, and yeah, it's pretty hard to get. That's pretty narrow. And a lot of times you don't even have much for reference. Whoa, man, I can't see anything here. What is it? All right. Coming in for a landing. Woo, chickens. We're about to have roasters for dinner. Okay. All right, let's see. Which one can I use now? This is the one way the heck over here. And this is the other one, and it has that. Okay. So I think what I want to do is take this guy here. Wait a minute. Do I have more of these? No. Okay. All right. So let's get her out of there, buddy. Now I got to figure out where my tippers are, but they're way the heck over here. I think I got to run all the way back over here to get a tipper. There was another tipper somewhere, but I can't remember. All the creepy parked cars in the woods. Yeah, you like that? What's going on out there? That's all them teenagers parking in the middle of the day. Can't even wait till night. That's what they ought to do, is be able to have things like, that would be kind of neat if there had that possibility, you know, to have cars that showed up would be parked different places. You know, they'd be parked during the day, but at night they might be parked, or other cars might be parked, you know, and those cars would be gone. So like all the cars at a workplace, I know there's something around here somewhere. Where are you? Where are you? There's, oh, okay, here we go. You know, so like all the cars at work or whatever at the buildings, they'd be there during the day, but at night, you know, it might reduce to just a couple of cars, and then, you know, they might be a bunch of cars parked elsewhere at night, so that weren't there during the day. So that would be neat. Actually, let me just back this up for a second here. All right, there we go. So, let's see. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it is a nice touch. Yeah, there's a lot of nice touches here, but there's a couple things like, you see the buildings on the left here, right? It's basically, there's two buildings right there. One is just turned 90 degrees to the other. And this one building here that we just passed, that piece, on this side is also connected to the house, but we got that going on, and so that's a little bit of a glitch there. So you know, just which is what I'll probably be doing to some degree, you know, is just grabbing some pieces and slapping them together. So there's been a couple things, but you know, there's a lot of work in this map. There's a lot of work in this map. Oh, wait. Oh, I just saw another gold nugget. I must have passed like 4 times and never saw it. There it is, right up on top of the post there. So, and we can take a look at that post, because this is where we start out. This is where I started out. Right here, and never noticed the gold nugget. Isn't that stupid? I was too busy looking at the sign here, so. Okay, got it. Too busy reading the sign about the guy's home and everything, which is really neat. So I guess that demonstrates just how good a touch that is, you know, is that I didn't even notice that because I was too busy reading the map or reading the sign. So later on, we're going to have to come back and get this other piece of the field here that it seems to not want to get. Kind of cockeyed. Oh, look at that, wrapped right around the house too, so that's very interesting. Well, I'm sure realistic. I was just wondering if it would do. I wondered if I had the top up, if it would stop the flow. So yeah, it did. Because I never tried that before. So yeah. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Maybe some more. Well, I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I'm doing pretty good. We've been streaming here about an hour right now. I think we got another couple hours to go. It's been a beautiful day today outside. Went out and I had a little tree that was tipping over, you know. So little dogwood that's been growing, and it started let's see, so you know, over the last few years, you know, it's getting bigger and bigger. It's trying to get some sun, so it's got a branch heading out. Let's just get you out of the way, and sticking out, you know, so it keeps trying to reach out past some of the taller trees, and in the process the whole tree has just kind of gone like that, you know. So, and it's not very tall. It's not much more than about 7 feet tall. So I had to go out today and just drive a stake in the ground, one of those big old like tomato stakes, and drive it into the ground with a big old, it's not really a big sledge, but a little hand sledge, and hammer. And what's the matter with you? Are you coming back or not? Just really slow. Okay. And drive that in and tie it up so it's straighten it up a little bit, and I may have to go out and do some trimming a couple branches too. So, but at least that's sitting up again. Had to go out and kill some weeds. Tomorrow I got to mow an acre of yard before it rains the following day. And then what else? Well, stuff. Gotta do stuff. Gotta go out and do me some stuff. A dogwood. Yep. Dogwood tree. Yep, I'm growing a dogwood out in what used to be a flower garden when flowers was growing there, but they all died. I swear that one patch of land, it just kills about anything you put up there. So we have tried over the past few years to grow. I forget what the bushes were there, but basically we put 27 of them out there. They died within a year. There was a guarantee on them, so the landscaper came back out and replanted 27 of them, and they died. And honestly, we really don't know why. But yeah. So I guess let me go ahead and hook that baby up there. I don't know why. Just so it's not lying out there. Yeah, so you know, but a while back, quite a while back, it was like an Arbor Day thing, you know, and support Arbor Day by sending some money into some place, and they send you like these little, they were like twigs. And so we got about 5 twigs, so I went out and planted them. Well, one of them was a redbud tree, and the thing's like doggone near, you know, 30 feet tall now, and they're not supposed to get that big. So, of course, it's planted in the wrong place. Another one was a thorn, I forget what it's called, but it's got these huge thorns on it like this, which we planted out, you know, by the front. And it's surviving and it's growing, but I'm not sure I like it because it's got all those thorns on it. And then the dogwood, which was just, you know, it's just a little old something, not too much. When we planted it, and now it's about 7 feet tall, you know, so they take a little while to grow. I'm trying to think of what else we had. We had a couple others that we were trying to grow. They died. So, planted trees on Arbor Day. Yeah, this was a few years ago though we did that. You know, I'd like to, but I'm probably gonna have to now. I'm gonna have to cut down the redwood. I mean the redbud. Redwood. I wish I had a redwood. You have to cut down the redbud. And I'm not happy about that. If I just planted it over about another 5 feet, I could have lived with it. Where it is. But as it is right now, it keeps swatting my cars. So 4 white pines and a dogwood. Oh, that's nice. 4 white pines. They take a little while. Well, pine grows pretty quick. Why are we going so slow? Because you're a weenie tractor. It's a wonder you can even pull this. They modified the map so that, you know, the different territories. Oh, look, the tracks from before are disappearing just in front of me. Some of them. It's like 10 feet tall now. And what was that, just last year you planted it? I do appreciate that I don't have to worry about knocking down signs. I can just kind of go through the signs. Let's go ahead and start picking up some of this stuff, though. Picking up straw. Yeah, and this is where I stopped it and reset it a little bit. So, let's see. Well, that's pretty neat. Yeah, I know there's a few places out here I'd like to plant some more trees. But about half of the property, we have to be careful about what we plant on it because there's a right-of-way for the power company. And so we can't really plant anything that's going to grow too tall. Because they'll just walk in the yard and cut it down. And, you know, which they have the rights to do because they have right-of-way. But what I was thinking about doing Oh, really? It wouldn't grow out in the country? That's pretty sad. Sad little spruce tree there. Can I drive through these bushes? Look at that. That's nice that we don't have that as an obstruction. I'm really kind of happy that there's practically nothing here. There's a few instances where there's fences and stuff, but it's not all pinned in. The roads are a little narrow, but it's not such a big issue when you don't have, fences and hedges that are pinning you in. So what did you plant then? Did you get one of the white pines, or did you plant the dogwood? Oh, the white pine? You broke it? Did did your little sister know? I bet she was upset if she knew. Okay, we'll just do every other then, all right? Let's do it that way. Oh, yeah. They're really very sturdy trees, and they're very tough. They will wear the teeth right off of a chainsaw if they're any size at all. But yeah, if they're young like that, still trying to get a foothold, so to speak, and they get tore up, they won't last long. You used to jump over it. Must not have been very tall. Now it seems to me that I could just go right over here and sell this because I really have no use for it right now. A little more, a little more, a little more. There we go. Okay. So I'll get a little bit of money back here. Get me started on this farm. Look at that. I'm back up to 20,000 again. Good, with only 75,000 in debt. Wow. That's some pretty good money there. 2,000 for that? That's pretty good money for a load of straw. I'm thinking. Dug it up, moved it to the city, and now it's like 40 feet tall. Really? Wow. How long ago was that? Because spruce, I don't imagine that grows that fast. I used to jump over that tree. They probably looking like, yeah, sure. Because they're thinking you're jumping over a 40-foot tree. That's funny. Wow. Yep, that's a little while back. Well, that must be nice, to have a kind of a homestead like that. That's never had much of that myself. We moved around way too much, so never really had any just one place to call home. Even we didn't really have any grandparents on my dad's side, and the extended or any other for that matter on my dad's side. And so the only other we had was some on my mother's side. But we were always someplace else, and they were pretty stable. It was my great grandmother and great grandfather on my mother's side. They actually had a home that they wound up moving the home so that they were backed right up to their kids' home, my grandmother and grandfather on my mother's side. So they were like, you walk out the back of one, across the backyard, in the backyard of the other. Grew up across from a little farm. Did you ever work a farm? Did I actually miss part of that? I can't believe I missed part of that. That's terrible. Did a terrible job there. Let's see if I can try to recover some of that. What a terrible job here. And the other vehicle's right in the way. So did you actually ever work a farm? And 100, there we go. Okay. Did you actually ever work on a farm? And right now. Oh, get the eggs. Okay, yep. Go get the eggs. That makes me want to have breakfast right now, thinking about eggs and maybe some bacon and stuff. And feed the pigs, things like that. Yep. Well, that was kind of a, I imagine that was kind of a neat experience. Probably not something you want to do for a long time, you know, depending on. The only thing, there's a very few things I remember about childhood, but I seem to recall at some point being in a barn with a lot of square bales of hay or straw. And me and at least one other kid, it's about full, huh? Me and one other kid building a fort, you know, out of the straw bales. And what is it about kids, man? They always got to build some kind of fort, you know? Used to help the collie give birth. Oh. Yeah, Sneaky Deamer's dog. Well, dog gets out, dog get pregnant. Yep. Not a whole lot you can say about that. Let's see, so what I got? I got 34,000 here, and I got about 2,800. That's at least a good... At least a good 100 a ton. Yeah, about 100 a ton. In the chicken coop, that seemed like a terrible place to have a fort, man. Of course, you got lots of ammunition, right? Really? Did you chase the chickens out then, or what? I mean, chickens are funny creatures. They'll have a nice coop like that, and they won't even stay in it. I must be getting practically nothing for straw, though, when you think about it. Let's see. Let me take a look here. We got this. Okay. What are we actually getting for straw? Like 100 or 76 or something like that? It's not even 100. It's like 80 or something. What is it? 70. Yeah. At the farm shop straw, I get a little bit more if we go over to the straw barn. Let's see where the straw barn is. Oh, man. Yeah, I was going to say green apples. Yeah, that'll make you sick. Oh, that is the place where I'm getting 82 for it. So that is the best price. I thought I was getting about 80 for it. So, okay. Well, I guess that's making the other place a little jealous because they're not getting any. So that's why the price is going up on those at that location. So, okay. Pick up the scrap there. Yeah, green apples, man. I can just imagine how sick you'd get eating green apples. And that's what I was thinking, you know, the property, or the back half of our property here that we can't really, you know, put anything on. I was thinking maybe I might put some fruit trees up or something. See if I couldn't get some of those to be ready to harvest before I die. Ride the horse, milk the cow, there you go. Feed the goats. Well, you did a lot. You did a lot. You had a lot of experience there. Had a lot of animals. Yeah, I think there was a point at which my dad, you know, had a horse, and I got to break the horse, and I got to ride the horse while I was there. But you know, my folks were divorced, so that wasn't a full-time thing. And actually, I did find a calf. Oh, really? Oh, that kind of sounds almost like 4-H stuff. How neat. So how big was the area that you grew up in then? Because it sounds like it might have been a relatively small community. Till it was bacon time. Yeah, bacon! Come here, bacon. I mean, peek, 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 peek. Yeah, just, what'd you name your little piglet? I named him Bacon. Why would you do such a thing? Because that's what he's going to be. Bacon. Well, you know, I tell you, a farmer's got a better stomach than I do for that. You know, I guess you got to be raised up with it and everything. So, I could probably, you know, if it came down to it, I could probably do something. Oh, but I do remember, you know, one of the things on, my dad was on about 600 acres of property there, and, you know, with the horse. A country mile, yeah. And I was riding the horse out into the acreage, and apparently I guess there had been, before my dad got it, he hadn't had it too long, before he had leased or rented or whatever he was doing with the property. He didn't buy it. He was living on it, I guess. I don't know, because I don't know a whole lot about my dad. But so I was riding the horse out, you know, in some of the back territory there, back property, and came upon a little calf. And apparently there had been cattle on this by the previous occupant. So the horse I was on was an Appaloosa. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, well, that's what they say. You say you don't name them, because if you do, then you're going attachment, and then you don't want to do what you need to do when the time comes, because you've grown an attachment. So yeah, so I was riding out in the backwoods, and well, not really woods, but out in the back piece of property, and came across this calf. And I was riding, the horse I was riding was an Appaloosa, and they're supposed to be well known for being cattle horses, was what I had heard. So I thought, well, maybe I could train this horse a little bit, you know. So I started back and forth, you know, kind of herding this calf. Poor calf. He was probably, I don't know how long he'd been out there, but I don't imagine he'd been feeding much lately. Anyway, after a few minutes, you know, of that, I got to thinking that I had read somewhere that cows are not really that smart, and they'll run themselves to death. Why am I not picking anything up? Wrong button. Okay. So I stopped that, and the calf just kind of collapsed right there. So I went over and picked up the calf, and I threw him across in front of the saddle. And the Appaloosa, who'd never had anything on it but me and the saddle, didn't even flinch. I was really kind of surprised. I really expected, you know, some resistance there, but it didn't. Just took it, and that was it, and took the calf back, and we had ourselves a calf. And of course, you know, let's see how old was I? I was only about 16. So of course we named the calf Sebastian, Well, I named the calf. My sister and I named the calf Sebastian. And I don't know whatever happened to him because, it's like within a couple of weeks after that or something. We had to go back home, which was not with my dad, and never know what happened. So that's that story. But I do know that I went out with him also and a couple buddies, and we were in a truck, and we were picking up some wild pigs. Mostly they were just baby pigs, not real big. Trying to think, maybe 50 pounds or so, pretty small. But they were wild pigs, and it was almost like a greased pig contest at one point because I wound up jumping one and grabbing them up by, the back legs and tossing them up on the tailgate. We hobbled them, and then took them back to a pen that my dad had made. And apparently he had at some point, I guess he'd caught a sow, a big old sow. So he had a pen with a big old sow and a bunch of wild pigs in it. Less than a dozen, but I think more than a half dozen. Don't remember exactly. So, and then I can remember he was talking about butchering. And one of the things about the male, you had to butcher them in such a way because if you didn't do it just right, then they would actually urinate back into their own meat and spoil it. They would release their urine back into their own bodies and would spoil the meat, and you wouldn't want to eat it then. At least that's the story anyway. So. Oh, okay. Wow. Is it that late already? Not too bad. All right. Good night, Mother. I guess you got school tomorrow too, so. Well, thanks for stopping in and hanging about for a bit. Picking up some points. Being a little idle is okay. Yeah, she got hurt and had to be put down. Yeah. I think that they're going to tend to be a little tougher than farm raised. Because they're exercising muscles so much, so it would be more. It wouldn't be quite the white meat I think that you're used to. That's the thing with fowl. Is you got your dark meat and your light meat. Well, the light meat is because those are muscles that aren't used all that much. But you've got the dark meat are muscles that are used a lot, like the legs. And on ducks, yep, I was going to say, yeah, well, that was my name. Oh, yeah, she got hurt. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's the, yep, that's the thing. Yeah, that's why we had to do that. It's like, no. We took your dog out to a dog farm, where they can retire and be happy and everything. So, good old doggy. I mean, you want to be happy, right? So we took him out and left him off at a dog farm. Yeah, 28 years old. Yeah, that's why exactly. That's why duck meat is like, well, I don't know if I say beef, but it is a dark meat, and of course duck's a little oily for me too, a little greasy for me. So, but yeah, that's why, because they do a lot of flying. See, chickens don't fly, so they don't use their breasts, for doing all that work. But ducks fly a lot, and so they've really worked those muscles, and that's why that's a dark meat. So. Oh man. Yeah, well, it's all about emotions, right? Yeah. Yep, I can understand that. And that's why you don't name them. Because it's really difficult at that point for a lot of people. I've never had goose. The only time I've ever had duck, though, was at a fancy restaurant, And the way they did the duck, it was a duck breast. The way they did it was they sliced it real thin, barely seared it, you know. And I tell you, and I'm the kind of person who likes my meat. Well, in the past, I pretty much liked it just about burnt. So I've learned to appreciate it less than that, but that all comes from a childhood thing. And that was when I was growing up. My mother's sister, you know, who had lots of kids. She had like 11 kids, and went over, you know, and we were gonna eat there, and she was cooking up steaks or meat anyway, and left them really rare. And one of the kids came back with the plate and said, "Mama, I don't want. There's lots of blood. There's just blood all over the plate. There's just lots of blood here, you know." And my mother says, now I don't remember this, but my mother says that I turned a little green on that one. So, and from that day forward, basically I couldn't eat a steak unless it was pretty much just charred. So, oh, you were a chef, really? Oh, how neat. So, were you one of those? Were you a specialty chef or kind of a general chef? I often thought that if I had ever gone that way, I might have made a pretty good chef. Bloody meat, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, for the longest time, seriously, man, it had to be burnt. But I've gotten to the point I can actually take, well, except for a fillet, you know, and a good cut of steak, right? A good cut of beef. A lot of the beef that you get out there, especially in restaurants, is just terrible. It might as well be shoe leather. I mean, you don't even have to cook it till it's charred for it to be shoe leather. So, and I've never appreciated any kind of fat, really. A little bit of fat on the steak is okay to cook it, right? Just to get the juices seared and everything. Just get the steak seared, but these heavily marbled. Oh, look at that! That's heavily marbled. What a great cut of steak. No, that's a piece of garbage, man. That's, in my mind, that's just a piece of garbage. But, you know, you get me a nice center cut sirloin, or which is okay. Whatever needed to be done. Ran a greasy spoon, okay. And consulted on high-end steakhouses. Well, there you go. So did you have some kind of training for that? Some specialized training? You know, like Gordon Ramsay or whatever? But I just had a dinner the other day. I went out to eat and had a filet. And I get a 6-ounce filet. They had a 9 ounce. I think the other one was 8 or 9 ounce. But I get the 6-ounce because I know that if I ask for it to be cooked a certain way, it'll actually be cooked that way. If I get a larger steak than a 6-ounce, and I ask them to cook it a certain way, then typically it's it's raw. It comes back raw. Because they don't know how, because a lot of cooks, because they're not chefs, okay? I don't care what you call it. They're not chefs. A lot of cooks don't know how to cook steak. And I've actually sent a filet back on occasion. I have no problem sending it back. It's not cooked well enough. And they take it back and then they butterfly it and cook it up. It's like, okay, you don't take a filet, slap it on at 450-degree grill, and expect it's going to get done, all right? What you're doing is searing it, and that's about it. So if you want to get the center of the meat cooked, then you have to drop the heat so that it will cook evenly. And they can't even do that with sirloins, which are not that thick, most of these cooks. So I always have a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, I have people that used to take me to dinner just so they could see me return the steak. Just watch this. Who's going to return the steak, man? You did it wrong. It's not right. And then typically they take it back and then it comes back burnt, you know, because, well, it's like putting bread in a toaster. You know, you put a slice of bread in the toaster and it pops up too soon and it's not dark enough, and you pop it back down and it comes up black, you know, because I guess it was already partially cooked, or the heating, whatever it is that recognizes, that it's supposed to be toasted, it's supposed to pop up. That mechanism, that spring, I think expands based on the heat or something like that. Keep trying to teach these cowboys there's only one way to never get your steak sent back. And, oh yeah? What is that? You need to tell me then. A biotherm? Is that a thermometer of some sort or what? I don't know what that is. What can you do? What can you do? Well, we'll try to get you a little something right here. Yeah, a digital thermometer. Yeah. Is that like a brand or something, or let's drop it there, buddy. Okay. The thermometer never lies. Yeah, well, you got a point there. Now you just got to make sure you know how to place it. Got to make sure you can place that in the right spot in the steak. So you make sure to actually get an accurate temperature of the center. Well, I guess I'm going to have to plow this 5 degrees earlier and pop it in the window. There you go. Because it'll continue to cook. See, that's something else that a lot of cooks, I think, don't even know, is it will continue to cook for a while once it's pulled off the grill. So what do you recommend then for what the heck is this guy doing up here? Really, that's as far back as you went? Something's not right there. I guess you got to be very, very particular. There you go. See, and that's the thing. Oh man, I always talk about food though, especially a good steak. Kind of making me a little hungry. And I already had dinner. Yeah, I was just reading something, just watching something about salt too, that was being identified recently. For years people have been telling you salt's bad for you. Of course, I don't believe that. Never did. That's why I use a lot of salt, or I normally use a lot of salt. But the one thing they identified about salt is that salt, for one thing, it doesn't dehydrate you like some people think. It actually helps you to retain water, which that seems like that's intuitive, like we knew that, but apparently not. And dry age. Now, how do you do that? Because that's not. Is that just like hanging it up like beef jerky and letting it dry like that, or do you? Because it's not like putting it in a smokehouse, right? And you gotta do something so it doesn't spoil. So do you salt it? Okay, here, I gotta help this guy out because he doesn't know what he's doing here. Hang on. And we're getting some of this stuff all over the place here, so. Hey, I could have sworn I did that. Let's do that again. Okay. Look at just dropping little puds behind. Oh man, dropping them little puddles of straw there. Woohoo! Getting pretty close to getting this field done, it looks like. Hydrophilic, it attracts water into your veins, swelling them, causing high blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, it's best minimized. Well, and I have heard that both salt and pepper, you're supposed to, you know, it can be a problem and can cause you problems, heart problems. And I guess that would be from the high blood pressure if you have that, which I don't, but I'm good with that. But the other thing that they were they mentioned about salt was that salt is actually what it does is it actually kicks in the hunger, makes you hungry. Basically, salt makes you hungry. So the more salt you have, the hungrier you get. And so eating a lot of salt or a lot of foods that are salted just makes you hungry, which may be one of the reasons why we're seeing obesity, is because of all the salt that is included in a lot of the foods, like canned foods, which I try to avoid, which I mostly avoid. Have a little bit of canned foods from time to time. And of course, you know, a lot of the foods that we get, like at the fast food restaurants, is certainly French fries, right? Okay. But not just French fries, but even the meat itself is heavily salted. By salting a whole piece a bit and put a towel over it and let it set for days. Yep. That's what I thought. I just not sure I've ever actually heard the term before. I may have. But that's basically what it is, yeah. And the salt actually keeps any bacteria from forming, which is why salt is so good for that. 3 weeks or so. Well, I wouldn't have known that. I would have let that go for a little while, but yeah. For days. 3 weeks. And so then would you do that like with an entire side of beef, or, you know, a quarter slab or something? Or oh, 3 months. Wow. Well, you know, it's kind of like what they do overseas, like in with a lot of the meats there, like the prosciutto and salamis and things like that, isn't it? Isn't that the same thing? Or the same process, procedures, whatever? They're just different meats. I wonder if 44 is. No, 44 is not going to be harvested. I should have had somebody out doing something on 44 anyway, because that's just cultivated. A whole prime rib? That's pretty good, yeah. Eggs add all at once. Then, of course, yeah. Got to do more than one at a time, though, so you can sell it, I would imagine. 3 or 4 years. Hams, yeah. But even just the sausage, the salamis and things like that, that's actually 3 or 4 years too. Well, you know, once you got it going, once you get it started, it's like a brewery, or like a, what is it when you do that with liquor? It's not a brewery now, is it? Get the cheese, bacilli going. Cheese. What am I doing with all this? This is all I got off of that field. Right, okay. Oh, I don't remember seeing, did I see this sign? I don't think I actually saw this sign. Hang on here. A year. Oh, we didn't see, this is one of the signs I didn't see. Okay, so here they are. 1980s, rain, snow, or shine, a farmer never gets a day off. Isn't that the truth? All right. Yeah, what a neat idea, though, you know, to put these signs up about the countryside and various things here. I just think it's a great idea. Let's see. Tip side. Okay, that's what I wanted. No, green door. No, I don't want green door. I want side. Left, side, right. Let's do side right. Okay. Really? I did not know that. That it has a cheesy tang. I never really paid attention because I never really, you know, get a whole salami. Just typically, you know, get it sliced, and then it winds up on a sandwich, and so I never actually get it by itself. Noble rot, really? I'm learning all sorts of things today. That's interesting. And I imagine that has something to do with years gone by in nobles then. Well, that's what some hunters would do, you know, with with birds like quail or something like that. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was a movie I was watching at some point, and some hunter had done that, strung them up, you know, to become a little gamey. Yeah, now I have seen that. I have seen them in the stores, you know, where they have the white mold over the top of the salamis. They're very, very cloudy, very white and cloudy. So, yeah, it was some movie, and the guy was had hung the birds up to, I don't know, to tenderize or whatever, basically to partially rot. and and some other people that did not understand that helped them out by taking them down and burying them. They took them down and buried them. They were rotten. They were rotting. Yep, before fridge. Yep. Yeah, as long as you kept it, you know, in a place where there wouldn't, where it would develop, you know, the good bacteria and wouldn't develop any bad bacteria. That's just the way you could do that. You just carve off the bad parts and eat the rest. In some instances, you could do that. Well, salt was the gold of the ages when it was, you know, discovered. Coming from the east, it was one of the price. It was more expensive than gold at one point. More valuable than gold, I should say. Not expensive. And the reason why, because it applies to something that defines our base existence, food. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Okay, what else do I need here now? Oh, a plow would be nice. I wonder if this one can pull the plow. What is this? This is the Massey Ferguson. Let's see what I got here in my garage. Okay, garage. First off, let me check the plow. Plow, 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 plow. Plow, 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 plow. It needs 180 horsepower. Okay, so does the Massey Ferguson have 180? Yes, it does. And the Valtra, yes, it does. And the Fint, no, it doesn't. Okay, so, which is why I'm using the Fint for something else, but let's go with the Massey Ferguson. Is this, I kind of pushed this around a little bit accidentally. Let's see, I think I got it the right way up though. Let's see. Not one of my favorite tools here. As far as types of plows, there are other plows that I like better. There we go. Okay. Wow. That is really just gross. Ferment dead birds in a dead seal's belly all summer under a rock. Yeah, it does sound very gross. Yes, it does. That's exceedingly gross. Yeah, seeing it stuff like that, man. You know, if there was ever like if we ever did really have, you know, some sort of an apocalypse or something, or major failing, I'm probably gonna die of starvation because I cannot see me eating stuff like that. It's just grubs, nothing, man. Look at this. We can take out a car if we do this right. I have seen no traffic on this map though. I wonder if I have it turned off somehow or another. And we're going right to here. Well, maybe not right to there, that way. Let's see if there's another way to get in here. Okay. Here we go. Kind of right here. Oh, looky there. A Teflon pit. Can I drive through it? Nope. I don't know, man. Yeah. I mean, you say that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, let's give this a start here. I know I'm going to have to come back and pay attention to him. Let's see if we can get this guy to plow this field, though. It needs to be plowed. I should have already had this started a while back, but... And it looks like I'm going to have to do some manual adjustment here at some point, but we'll get that done. Let's see if we can speed that up a little bit. Get some major speed out of them. And then we got this little garden up here they like. Never ate a bug. Well, actually, I wouldn't say ate. Catch beetles and grubs and eat them? Yeah, see, I wouldn't do that. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I'm too citified. No, the closest I ever got to that was riding my motorcycle down the road and a moth flew up my nose. That was about it. And I wound up swallowing them. Nope, do not like sea bugs either. Yep, don't like any kind of bugs. Shrimp is just a sea bug, and lobsters are just really, really big sea bugs. And I don't know about crab. I think I don't think I like real crab. Certainly not soft shell crab. There's some kind of crab I like, but it may be fake crab. It may be artificial crab. I can't remember. I'll have to ask my wife because she picks up what I like. June bugs are good. Even in July? No, I don't know. So really you can't flip this over to the other side and do that? Is that how this goes? You're not very... This hire is not very brilliant here. We'll have to work on that a little bit. And I can see we're going to have some problems here a little bit later on too. That must be a historical building in there. So they didn't cut down the trees or anything. Just pan sear them. Yep, ain't gonna happen. You can chocolate cover them, drench them in honey. You can do whatever you want to do. Ain't gonna happen. That's at the point that I just may become a vegetarian. So. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, no more than I'm going to be drinking coffee made from ground up beans that come out of monkey butts. Just ain't gonna happen. You know. Okay, so how much monkey poo is there in my coffee that makes it taste so good? Grasshopper butts. Yeah. Well, I know what I understand what you're talking about there. So. See, I knew he was going to do this. So, yep, crickets. I know, I hear about this all the time. I got a buddy of mine, many years ago when we were a lot younger. He went on one of those survivalist things. But, let's see, let me flip this guy over. How do we flip him over? Is it this way? Nope, that's not it. It's this way, right? Yeah. Okay. So I know he went on one of those survivalist trips or whatever, years ago, and that's what they did. That's what they did, man. He was out there for a week or two, and that's all he did was eat. It's not monkey butts. Let's see. Okay. Well, I seem to recall something about uh, getting coffee beans from monkeys that had swallowed the coffee beans and then pooped them out, and then you get the coffee beans from the monkey poo, and that's it. So what do you mean it's not monkey butts? That to me is monkey butt coffee. Did I get that wrong somehow? There was somebody that was talking. Of course, I think this was fictitious. They were talking about elephants, but I don't think elephants are eating or swallowing coffee beans. I don't know where coffee beans would be anywhere where elephants would get them. Okay, so that's not a monkey? What the heck is a coffee lawak? I don't care whose butt it comes out. I'm not drinking butt coffee. That's all there is to it, man. I can't. I don't think I'd stop laughing long enough to drink it if it was there. I'm pretty sure I can smell the butt in it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have a pretty a good sense of smell here. And I mean, I surprise people sometimes with things that I can smell, but and there are some things that I can smell I don't think I would identify. I don't think I can identify without being offensive. But yeah. So yeah, no monkey butt coffee for me. Or okay, coffee lawak coffee. No butt coffee. Period. I ain't drinking no coffee comes from no butts. What the heck am I doing now? I don't know. I think I still got a little bit of. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of this pickup. Okay. That's funny. Yeah, I can't do it, man. Yeah. I mean, I would become. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And you get the bean. That's it. That's it. Well, you get the bean. I don't get the bean. I'm not going to be getting that bean. Yeah, I guess it's something about the digestive juices or whatever that's supposed to enhance the flavor of the coffee, but even so. That's what I'm told. I am not that much of a coffee aficionada that has to be part of my regimen. I don't know what that is. Asian palm civet. Like a little weasel. Never gonna happen. I think it's funny the exchange that some people will go to, in their pursuit of exclusivity. No, I don't need to be part of that. I'm okay. Well, you're not being part of the group. Well, the group can suffer. I don't need to be part of that group. I have groups I want to be part of. That's not one of them. Yeah, no, there have been times where I might just, if not for the lack of variety, I might be a vegetarian. But I don't know. I don't think I ever really would, because there's just something about a good cut of steak done right that I just really like. And not very often. I don't need to have, you know, a 12 ounce or 1 pounder every night or anything like that. Just once in a while, a nice little 6 ounce steak. And I'll, you know, supplement with other things like lasagna or pizza. But I think chicken is way overdone. Those poor little chickens, man, they're going to go extinct. I don't know how we can consume as much chicken as we do and they don't go extinct. They're going to become as, chickens are going to be as dependent on us as corn is. You know, it's my understanding, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but crazy expensive? Why? I mean, obviously taste. What was so special about the taste? It's got to be something that, you know, somehow or another becomes somewhat addictive. And that's actually getting back to salt for just a minute. That's basically what salt does, is it kind of makes you addictive to hunger. I'm addicted to food. Yeah, I have two addictions, food and oxygen. Well, I don't know. It kind of looks like that's all I'm going to get off this field. I like the hedges. I especially like that I can drive through the hedges. I can't imagine hunting wild chickens. I cannot imagine hunting wild chickens. They would have to be the scrawniest, boniest, toughest meat that you would have in a chicken. Wild chickens. I can only imagine. What? Really? You're not going to get rid of it? You're going to keep that? For whatever reason? It says 0%, but it says that it's strong. Every once in a while, these pieces of equipment do something froggy like that. 10 a cup? And Starbucks needs to hear about that so they can sell that garbage. You just going to hang on to that little piece right there? Okay, well, you go right ahead. I don't think I have any other need for it anyway. Watch this. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Nope, not going to do it? Okay, whatever. Well, you know, sometimes I think it's about exclusivity again. I think it's that same thing. It's like, well, I drink $10 coffee. Really? Good for you. That's it. It's like people buying a, you know, $10,000 watch, $20,000 Rolex watch or something like that. Are you out of your mind? I forget the company that puts this out. I just saw a watch. $700,000 for a watch. $700,000 for a watch. It doesn't even really have, you know, they say it's diamonds, right? They're chips. A Colombian blend for $7. Don't need to pay out. Hey, Tyson. Almost missed you there. How are you doing today? We're just talking about garbage. A Colombian blend for $7? How much do you get for $7? What? 8 ounces? 12 maybe? That's ridiculous, man. I'll tell you the best coffee I have ever had, and it's because it addresses my sweet tooth. And I have a sweet tooth, man. Think I have a lot of sugar, man? I mean, a lot of salt. You should have seen the amount of sugar that I have had in various forms over my life. It's a wonder I don't have diabetes right now. So what about you, Tyson? Do you drink coffee? If so, what kind of coffee do you drink? If not, why aren't you drinking coffee? Why don't you drink coffee? Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Columbia you're talking about is Starbucks? Yeah, well, that's not all that great. Like some people say, oh, I really like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. What? There's so much better. I'll tell you what's good coffee. Hawaiian coffee. Now that's good coffee. And again, I'm not a coffee aficionado, you know? I mean, I can't tell as much of a difference in coffee as some people can. Hmm. Where is that planter? But I'll tell you what I like. I'm down in Miami. You know, there's a large Cuban population there, and they serve what is known as a colada. And I can never say enough about a colada. A colada is like having, yeah, Dunkin' is like stuff you make at home. Yeah, yeah, in the toilet. Yeah, let's put some more coffee in the toilet there and stir that up. Somebody, how are we gonna cook this? I don't know, man. Yeah, no, I'm not really. I'm not gonna say anything bad about Dunkin'. I mean, it's not any worse than any other coffee. You just, I think you're paying too much for a lot of this stuff sometimes. I don't think this thing's gonna be able to pull the cedar if I can figure out where it's at. So let me see where it's at. But a colada, if you're down in Miami, a colada, it's like take 4 espresso shots, okay, which is about half of one of those little 8-ounce styrofoam cups, and put a bunch of sugar in it, stir it up until it's foaming up, and that's a colada. And I was down there, and I had some people I was teaching on a military base, and I had some of the military bring me in a full colada, which is like 8 ounces of this stuff, and it's got to be at least 8 espressos in there, or more, and they brought it in and said, here, and they give you these little itty bitty cups like they're the little cups that you get for creamers, just that little, and you get the little cup, and you're supposed to put a little in that, and that's your shot, and that's your coffee, that's your drink. Huh? The heck you say? I drank the whole thing, and then I wanted another, and I could not get enough of that while I was in Miami. Yeah, I got to figure out how to make it the way that they make it in Miami. So of course, I'm probably gonna have to get an espresso machine to do that. But yeah, you had to give up coffee, and why is that? Did you develop an allergy or something? Yeah, Cuban espresso. Yeah, definitely. Tyson, are you still here, man? You just kind of idling out or whatever. Let's see. Well, don't see it there. Definitely not there. Definitely not there. How's you doing? You're doing okay. Keep going. All right. So I guess I'm going to have to look on the properties page. Let's see. Back here. Where you are. Da, 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 da. I've got to figure out if I have to cultivate, because I don't know if this is probably not a direct cedar. I don't remember if the Rapid A600 is. So where is it? Oh, it's right almost next to where I am. Okay. So the other thing is to go here, go into garage, into le garage, and which is probably why I have a cultivator, probably not a direct cedar. Oh, yeah, yep. That'll do it. That'll do it. This is not. Well, if I got a direct cedar, then why the heck do I have a cultivator? That just seems like the stupidest thing ever. Because I have nothing else that I can plant that, there are some of these things that are not direct cedars, like, a corn plant or something like. And sometimes it's just really dumb, some of the stuff that's included into Yeah, the lease fields. That's really included in this. I had in one game. Matter of fact, let's see, owned items. Yeah, at least I don't have any leased items. I started a different game, and apparently I realized it very early before I actually had to pay for it. Was I started the game with a leased item? Who starts a game? Who starts you out in a game with a leased item? That just seems ridiculous. Okay, well at least I don't have to worry about that. Let me get the other tractor over here. This is the guy. Got nothing there, so we're good with that. Throwing out the coffee maker. Yeah, I've got an espresso maker here that I don't think I have ever used. Somewhere over here. Did you say? There it is. Along with the fertilizer. There it is. I remember going by this now. Once. Well, you shouldn't have thrown out the coffee maker because you could still make hot water with it and you could make tea with it, you know? It's not like you can't use it for anything else. Why did you open up? Oh, because there's seed over here somewhere? Really? You think you're that close to seed you can load it up? Go for it, buddy. Let's see it. You lied. Okay. I get it if you go out to eat. Yeah, be careful, man. You know, your health is all you got, really. Ah, a nice new teapot. Well, of course, yeah, you know, because no matter what you do, it'll still have that coffee flavor in it or whatever. Let's see what we got here. We got fertilizer and seed. I'll bet you this doesn't hold fertilizer, though, does it? Let's see. Nope, it only holds seed, so... What? You're stuck? Stop it. I can never remember which one is seed and which one is fertilizer. Let's see if this is the seed here. That's the seed, okay. Decaf. Yeah. Well, you know, here's my thought about that. Why? I know, because you get the flavor and you can't have the caffeine because it's like you say, like battery acid, but I don't know. If I just want brown water, you know, I'll go and get me some brown water somewhere. All right, everybody, shut the top. I gotta figure out where the shovel and the others is. What's the point? Yeah, exactly. What's the point? I'm sure there's other things. I mean, I would just as soon have then, well, I wonder if something like a cafe latte would be good for you, you know, because of course it's got the acidic in it, but then again it's also got milk, and as long as you don't have, you know, an intolerance for milk, then maybe that might help to coat the tummy a little bit. I know that's what I used to do from my drinking days. Okay, we're not ready yet, I know. From my drinking days, what I do is before I go out drinking at night, I go ahead and get me drink me some milk. Make sure there's food on my stomach. Milk first. Oh yeah. Just one piece of bacon? Just one piece of bacon? Man, I tell you, it's hard for me to get less than 3 pieces of bacon. Is it really? Okay. Well, there is acidophilus milk, but that's a whole different thing. So, which actually has lactic acid. So that's an issue for you too, then, I guess, huh? Wow. Man. Well, you know, when I was a kid, I used to drink milk by the half gallon. So, you know those old martini cocktail shakers that they used to have? That's all I can get in me. Yeah. You know, the big round metal ones that had the top that went on with the little cap that had the strainer in it, you know, so you could strain your whatever from the ice. You put ice in there, put your liquor and stuff, mixer in there, shake it up a little bit, you know, and then you'd pour it out through the strainer top there. Yeah. Yeah, I used to take the top off of that and fill that up with milk and a couple ice cubes and have iced milk. So, and I would have 2 or 3 cups of that a day. 1 egg, 1 piece of bacon. I see. Okay, after the bypass and everything, yeah. I guess that fills you up pretty quick, and next thing you know, yeah, martini shaker. Next thing you know, you're into acid reflux there, which is an issue that I've had. So let's see. Let's close everything down, and you can shut the door. Shut the door. Where's 47? Let's go down to 47, see if they are ready to harvest yet. I'm pretty sure they're not. So, and we'll just take up the whole. It's a good thing there isn't any traffic here. Which reminds me, let's go out and take a look here. Let's see. Is it because it's turned off or something? It's a nice map, though. I kind of like the map. There's a few abnormalities here, but certainly a lot better than a lot of other maps that I've been on. Dirt, 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 dirt. Helpers helping out. Okay, and traffic, 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 traffic. Thought it was in here. One more? Nope. Right there. Oh, there you go. Yep. Yep. Making ice cream in a sense. Yeah. I love milk like that. Once it starts getting the ice crystals built up in it, and you can almost like chew on it. So yeah. That's actually what would happen when I threw the ice cubes in there. I get some of the milk would be like that, and so I guess that's one reason why I really like that. I thought there was something here for traffic. Automatic dirt. Traffic. There it is. Traffic on. Okay. So it is on. I guess a good time to save the game, too. So, iced milk. That's it. Yep. Yeah, that's making me, and for years now, though, I've hardly even touched milk, although, I do have ice cream from time to time. That was the other thing. Get some, that's what it was. Would get vanilla ice cream, right? Nice and frozen. And then pour milk over it and kind of mix it up. And you get all those little ice crystals in there as well. Yeah, definitely different than ice cream. And I guess we're not ready yet. Okay. That's all right. We can wait on this field to come up here. Matter of fact, since we're not doing any planting or anything, we can actually even speed this up a little bit. Okay. So we'll do some of that. Well, for anybody who's just stopped out here, and Tyson, I'm not sure if you're still here, if you just popped in and left, but thanks for stopping in anyway. And we're doing like when the root beer freezes. Yeah, when the root beer freezes on the ice cream. Yep, Yep, yeah, I got it. I didn't think we actually had root bees. Don't worry about spelling. I'll work it out there. Once you get an IQ over about 40, and I'm definitely in 45, 47, somewhere in that area there. I think typically you can figure that out. It's not a big deal. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. I forgot what I was doing. Probably not important. We're moving time along. Oh, let's see. I don't need... Oh, yeah. Gonna need a fertilizer. Gonna need a... Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Tasty, tasty, tasty. This guy can pick up the fertilizer spreader. He can do that. So we'll get him hooked up to the fertilizer spreader in anticipation of eventually being able to... Oh, I wonder if I can fertilize that other field there. Let me back that off a little bit there. Maybe that could use some fertilizer and get me a better yield on that. That's canola. That's a canola field. Didn't think about that. Sometimes I forget with fields that have already been planted. This is all start of the game stuff here. So it's a pretty farm. It's a pretty map. There's a lot of it that isn't really, farmland developed. But it looks like it'd be a great logging map. And I just kind of wonder if the guy who made this is planning on, rolling out some more fields. Because you could say, you know, that it's kind of unfinished. On the other hand, you could say it's finished because definitely got some good stuff on this. And how many fields do you need anyway? You know, I was looking on a map, watching somebody else play on a map the other day, and they had well, it was more than 250 and less than 300 fields on the map. It was I'm thinking it may have been a 16 by 16 map, but I don't know. It seemed pretty huge. I still don't know if I'm driving on the right side of or the correct side of the road or not. So I'm thinking it may be the right side based on some signs that I've seen. But I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen that much in the way of signs. So and every time I do, it's because it's a one-lane road. Oh, I should have gotten some fertilizer in this, but that's okay. I'm going to have to hire handle it anyway, so tear it up there, buddy. Get me a better crop going there. Yep, see? Can use some fertilizing. Okay. Well, let him take care of that. Yeah, I think after this, even though it's dark out, I'm going to have to go somewhere and get something. It's been a little chilly here today, so even with the sun out and very, very light breeze. It was in the upper 50s, low 60s. It was in the low 60s by the hottest part of the day. So, actually, good weather for me. So, enough for me to get out in the yard and do some stuff. Put the rain barrels out, you know, flip them over and set them up a few weeks back. 2 or 3 weeks back. And one of them was full and the other one didn't have anything in it, and I figured out that I hooked it up wrong. So, oh, what do we got going to some kind of signage over here? Let's see what this is. Some more signage. This guy did a great job in putting all these little signs out here. Oh, and another gold nugget, too. Look at that. Every time I see a sign, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, memorial here. Okay, so what do we got here? Anchors MG, Machine Gun Squad Memorial set up by the Americans in 1999. The plaque reads, Anchors MG Squad, Company H, 22nd Infantry Regiment 4, ID 20, ID, I don't know what this is. 26 November 1944. Entire squad was made casualties in the battle for Groschau. Oh man, entire squad died. Sergeant Norman N. Anchor killed. Private First Class Benjamin killed. First Class Donald killed. Or actually Benjamin Troncone. Donald L. Sell? Yeah, killed. Private I don't know what that is. Matt. Infound Matt. Oh, that's his name. Infound Matt killed. Private First Class William H. Cook wounded and then died in 85. So they didn't all die there, but they were pretty much massacred. The entire squad was made casualties. God rest their souls. November 26, 1999. Hurricane Force. 1999, 14 years after the last one died. That's something. So, neat little markers here that this person has put up. I just think it's really a neat idea what they have done here. I kind of, and that's one of the great advantages or interest in this map is all these little pieces of information he's got. And there's no marker there, so you don't know that that's there unless you're actually out here. So they're like little, like the gold nuggets. They're little pieces of hidden gold, little nuggets of information. Pretty slick there, Batman. Pretty slick. Okay. So now what? Oh, for goodness sakes! Just cost me as much as you can get. let me end the thing. Just sit there and spend all that fertilizer, man, doing nothing. They are so stupid. The hires are so stupid. Just not enough room for them to turn around. How about that? Well, that ought to grow. That ought to grow some canola about the size of a 40-foot spruce. What do you think? With all that fertilizer. Throw a little nuclear fusion on that baby and watch that pop up. That'll be great. Getting pretty close here. I do like the fact that the farm isn't spread out all over Kingdom Come, except for the sheep. They're kind of out there a little bit, so. And I kind of like the fact that the farm, you know, some of these farms, some of these maps, when they put these maps up, they, you get a piece of land close to your property, and then you get one on the other side of the map. It's like, well, that's ridiculous. Who does that? Why would I do that? Well, I guess if that's all the land that you can purchase, that might be it. Oh, I see. Is that the same one? That's the same one I was just looking at. Okay, because we're on that end of the map. Okay. I thought that might be another one there. I now have like, what, five gold nuggets? Cool. Well, let's drive around a little bit more. Let's see what else we can see. I haven't been to town yet. Let's go see what town looks like. Because we made it out to the quarry, which was really quite a neat adventure. It's nice to realize that all those roads and fields and everything they have there actually exist. I'm going to be interested in playing with this map. Let's see, is that where I want to go? Let me take a look at the map here a little bit better. No. No. We're going to continue this way. Okay, let's go. Yeehaw! And at least I'll be able to figure out what side of the road I'm supposed to be on once I get into town, because that'll be pretty obvious, I think. We're going to town, gonna go to the market, going to the market. It's all this other stuff out here. There's some fairly large fields out here too, so. I love some of these trees he's got out here. I don't remember seeing these anyplace else. I wonder where he got some of these from. They're like autumn trees. Ah, yeah. See, I think I'm supposed to be on the right side of the road because I see signs. Yep, yep. And here we are at Kleinhau. Okay. Whoa. Really? Wow. Let me get in the truck. See, oh look, they got recycling. Interesting. So not much in the way of paved roads here. I guess I'm not actually, I'm kind of in the residential area to some degree. Oh, and there's the circus from... Oh, we got a landing station here. Isn't that something? Now, see, we got that little marker over there. I gotta try and find out what that marker is. Oh, we got people walking around here. And what is this? Again, I don't know, because I don't read the language. Okay. Ah, and there we go. And here's the marker here. So. No, that's not the marker. Is that the marker? I don't think so. The marker is supposed to be over here somewhere. Like practically on it, it seems like. But not. Where did it go? It's over there. Like right there. So I guess it's the school is the thing. Is what it's for. Can we go in here? Or if this is a school, or whatever this is. It's supposed to be some sort of a landmark. I don't know what the sign says, though. I can't tell. Hi. Did you hear him? He said hi. Let's go say hi again. Hi. What? Hi. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you. That was nice. Okay. I'm easily amused. People just walking around town. Hey there. How you doing? How you doing today? Yeah? No, don't talk to me. That's interesting. Got their own little sounds there. Hi. What is this? It's like a postal box or something? I think it is. I think that's what it's supposed to be, is a postal box. Although I don't know what the little symbol is there. Certainly got a little graffiti going on with that, though, don't they? Hey. Wait, I want to come in, too. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Wait, I need to change into my Superman outfit. Hang on. Let me in. Let me in. I need to. Oh, man. Come on, let me in. I sometimes wish some of these things were a little bit more interactive. There's a couple of them that have, made it so you can go into some of the buildings, basically your house or some other little building. But that's cute. Okay, town. This is it. This is the whole town here, huh? It is more like a village, I think, than a town. This is where we start getting in the forested. That green, all the green stuff on the map there is like forests. So, which I think is really neat how he's done that. I'm gonna have to take a look at that and see how that's. Need to see how I can set my map up to be something similar. Watch it, I will run you over, man. 'Cause I have no principles. I only have vices, but no vice principles. Where are we going? I do like that they're kind of spread out too. They're not all jammed up. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay. These cars don't, the vehicles don't generally turn as sharp as I would like for them to turn when you're going at speed. Seem to have an issue with that. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Ready to harvest. There's a lot out here ready to harvest. Oh, I like the hills in the horizon there. I wonder if I can. I see a car. I see a car. Whoa, man, no. Go find a car. Run him down. Don't let him get away. No, come back, come back. Wait, say hi. Okay, he's on the right side of the road. There we go. So that works for me there. Hey, oh, and another vehicle. Well, those are the first vehicles I've seen the whole time we've been playing this game. And what's that now? 2.5 hours. And all of a sudden I'm seeing 3 of these now. There's 4. Oh, here's another sign. What's this? Better call Jeremy. Marriage counselor. I think that's the guy who made the map, because that's the second billboard I've seen with the same character on it. So, with the same person on it. Oh, look, another car. I love this. I love what he's done with the end here. Perfect. Perfect. That's what I want to do with my map. This guy has done some good stuff here. What do we got parking over here? What's this? Oh, a picnic area. Cool. I guess you can go out for a walk. And I think these are the same billboards that we had in Bjornholm. So this one says circus on it again. Yeah, this another one got the circus on it. That's the second billboard that we've seen there. It's just like from Bjornholm. Okay. Where does this go now? Take it easy. I saw the red pole there again. So the red and white striped pole. What is this? This looks like we're getting to biogas or something here. What is this? Or a slurry tank. What are we doing with a slurry tank out here? Yeah, see, I wonder if that's a field. Okay. That's a field marker there. To buy the field. Okay. Wasn't sure. I thought that might be another one of those. Woohoo! 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 Woo! 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 Whoa! Fence! Look at that. Missed all the trees. Hit the fence. Oh, we got a fence coming all the way down this way, don't we? Don't fence me in. Okay, interesting. So now where? Helper H has completed their task. Good for Helper H. You are a credit to your helperdom. Where are we going? No, wait a minute. This is somebody's garage. I don't want to be here. Hold on. Where are we? Wow. Aw. That's not fair. I wanted to knock them all over the place. Large vehicle route. This is the one that takes me out. Yep. I came from this way. One that takes me out to the woods. I don't really want to go to the woods there, so. Did I miss something here? No, here it is. Okay. And here we go. Hey, Bob. Can anyone join? I'm not doing a multiplayer right now. Is that what you mean? I'm just checking out Kleinhau. What is her? I forgot what the name of it is now. Kleinhau. Hey, I'm getting close to my fields. Woohoo! This is one of my fields. This is one that needs to be plowed. No, really? Oh yeah, because I'm doing 47 over there, so this one needs to be plowed. Okay. What you doing, Bob? Bob. You have a PC? Yeah, he thinks he's done, but we know better, don't we? Let's see, we got all this in here that he didn't do. See if we can get him to work on this now. He said he was done, but he lied. And then when he's done with this, we got some more for him. Okay, let's go. Tear it up there, Bob. That's the name of the hire, too. His name is Bob, too. So let's see how far he goes. I may have to. Oh, okay, in the chat and everything. Yeah, yeah. Well, there was somebody else here a little earlier, but it's just the two of us. Yep. Welcome to join. Come on in. We were talking. We got a little quiet there. We kind of talked ourselves out a bit. So, uh, but we're certainly open to conversation. What am I doing? Okay, I'm doing that. All right. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, we got a little tired talking about coffee and food and stuff, and talked about farming and other things. And whoop, no, don't do that. I like you right where you were. Let's do that. Okay. And actually, we'll do this. Okay. So let him finish up here. And you think you're done, and you are. Okay, cool. So we'll head you back to the farm for now. And now we can speed everything up. Okay. Let's see if I can do another fertilization on these guys here once he comes up. So yeah, we were talking about various types of coffee and stuff, and that's actually kind of making me a little thirsty for coffee. But or just about anything actually. So I got me some green tea with limeade in it here, so I've got like my own special tea. Buffering hard. That shouldn't be. That's maybe it's a little. Well, I'm doing like 40. I'm only doing about 40 frames a second, so getting better. Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be. It might be on your end there because I don't normally have an issue with that. I had a problem starting up today, though. Couldn't get the. I had Farming Simulator up. I already had the map up, and I said, "Let me open up OBS," and open up OBS, and then I'd switch to my scene collection, and it would crash. Did that in 64-bit. So I did that twice in 64-bit, then it did it in 32-bit. There we go. And 32-bit, it kind of it crashed a couple of times. I said, well, that's enough of that. And I don't know why it was crashing. I have no idea why it was crashing. Because it's not like I really ran a whole bunch of other stuff on this, And then, so what I did was I turned off OBS, and I turned on Farming Simulator, and then Farming Simulator crashed. It's like, come on, man, stop this. So, I thought I was going to have to restart. Just when you switch vids. I don't know what you mean by when you switch vids. When you switch from the monitor to something else. Or like when I do this. Oh, yeah, and this is going to be in the way again because hires aren't real bright. Okay, so let me move him out of the way. Okay, there, that'll be good. So. And we're off. Well, I don't know what to visit now because we've gone out into the forest and the woods. We've gone to the city. What else can we look at here on this that we haven't seen? There's a big tower. And the bakery. I haven't really been up to Big Tower and Bakery, and haven't been all the way down to Farm Shop Straw and some of those areas down there. Guess we could go down there and see what that's all about. Go out that way and see what that's about. We got another little icon way out there in the woods. I wonder what that's supposed to be over on the southeast of the map here. Maybe we can do that. Let's go and take a look at that. So it's kind of nice that we don't run in and run over signs and stuff on the one hand. On the other hand, it's like, oh, come on, man. I see we get a little bump every so once in a while here along the road, so. And get the map back up there so I can see that as we come up on it. So what have you been doing all day today so far, Bob? Sound good now? I'm very, very quiet. You mean in some of my vids, or you mean right now? Well, that was nice. I'm glad you went out and watched some of that stuff. I appreciate that. So yeah, it is kind of quiet right now. You know, when I don't have. Whoa, stop. Okay, what are you doing? Where are we going? Oh, there's something over here. I got that little eye there. I think it's supposed to be like. Oh yeah, let's see if I can catch myself in the field there. Like it's supposed to be some like an information thing. Oh, and this is definitely the shop over here. Maybe that's what it's trying to tell me. Woohoo! And more cars. Look, there's actually cars here. How do I get into the shop? I guess this is kind of neat. Oh yeah. That's all you do? FS17, yeah. So you're gonna tell me this is the shop, right? Oh look, it's the shop. Yes, I get that. I kind of figured that out actually. Brilliant. I wonder if we can go in the shop here like we could on, this would be on Westbridge. This looks like the Westbridge shop. Yep. So he pulled some good stuff in here. I think he pulled in Westbridge. We got some Bjornholm stuff in here. Okay, now what? We're stuck? Okay, back up. Now, go up. There we go. So easy to get stuck on these things sometimes. Oh, look, a gold nugget. Yay. It's 7 of 100. All right. Somebody was asking in one of the streams, you know, about putting up these kind of billboards or whatever in the shop like this. And the guy who was running the stream explained, says, very soft in my videos. You mean the sound's not very good? It's not very loud? That's not good. You know, every time I wind up using something like Discord, let me just go out and check this real quick, make sure we're doing good on this one. Because that shouldn't be, I set these up so that I get quite a bit of racket out of this. It should be blowing your ears out at some point. Matter of fact, oh, there it is. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back into recording. And every time I let's see, recording. Okay, so ever use some of this stuff, son of a gun. Yep, knocked it down. But it shouldn't be that far. It's only 66%. Knocked it down to 66%. Every time I use TeamViewer or Discord or anything like that, where I'm chatting with other people, it seems like it always resets my stuff in Windows. So it's like, what in the world is the matter with you? But you think it's a little soft. Okay, well, you know what? Chicken butt. Okay, no. Well, let me go ahead and pop that up a little bit. I don't have any problem with that. There we go. Let's say right around... Seems like that'd be too much, but okay. And we'll pop it up here a little bit. So we get some of that up there. There we go. All right. I think that'll be good. I'll go with that. So we'll give it a shot. Well, thanks for the feedback. I appreciate that, Bob. So, you know, I don't get a whole lot of feedback on that. Yeah, you getting better sound now? Okay. So, yeah, because my dial here on this shouldn't make any difference. Cut out the middleman. That's funny. Milk, still think it's natural? That's funny. So yeah, this guy, whoever did this, you know, put a lot of good stuff in here. Let's see, that we got another sign here that we can take. He put some really neat pictures and stuff. Here we go. So there's like history in this, which is really neat. Kleinhau in a previous forum, my Deer Hunter 2005 map. I see. Pretty slick. All right. I get it. Okay. All right. Well. Oh, look, another nugget. 8 nuggets. I keep finding these nuggets. I don't know why I keep finding these. All right. Well, yeah, you know, and one thing that I really dislike is going out and listening to somebody streaming. I got to crank my volume all the way up, and I can barely hear what they're saying. So, you know, by all means, if you're having a hard time hearing it, let me know, because I will crank this puppy up. I'm just afraid of blowing people's ears out sometimes, you know, that might be too loud. I guess in a way you can't really be too loud, because at some point, you know, they can always turn down the volume, right? You can't turn up the volume any higher than the volume actually is, but you can always turn it down. Oh, here's another sign missing. Well, that's the same sign I saw elsewhere there. Oh, and look at there. Gold nugget. Wait a minute, I can get that. Hang on. Just got to set myself up here, so. Oh, okay, tablet. Well, there's your problem right there. That's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? Oh, come on now. Surely we can. You gonna make me? Oh, man. Okay, try it this way now. Whoa! We are trying to climb the sign. Whoa, that's so funny. Let's not do that. Okay. Yay, got it. Okay. Well, one more nugget and I'll know where all the rest of them are. Oh, I don't get you. That's for the game. So are you playing now while you're watching? I do that. I'll be watching somebody else playing. I'll be playing at the same time. So. Oh. Another nugget. Okay, I guess I'm about to find out where all the nuggets are. So. Not that I really want to, but since a lot of them are on these little signs like this. Let's see, what's this? Oh, slow down. Bergstein Hill, also known as Hill 400, due to its height, was a commanding defensive position for the Germans. No American vehicle or foot movement went undetected from this heavily defended vantage point. Thick forest, machine gun squads, it should be mortar fire, and 45-degree slopes make it very difficult to attack. This was featured in the game Call of Duty 2. Oh, cool. Loading anyway, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that looks pretty neat. Now, I wonder if he actually made this. There we go. You have found 10 gold nuggets. Well done. Okay. And now I can see where all the other nuggets are on there, which is really kind of a shame. So maybe if we could get, you know, set that up to a higher number. I wonder if you can do that. I'll have to take a look at that and build in my map, see if I can put out gold nuggets and set them higher. This guy's done a pretty good job, though, with this map. Better than a lot of maps that have been coming out lately, I think. So, and certainly expansive. This is an expansive map. All right, you slowpokes. Get off my road. Uh-oh. I think this is the end of the road. Yep. There we go. Hey! I'm driving here. Hey. That's what I gotta say. Yeah. What is this? Huh. Have no clue. I notice that sometimes when I'm looking at the little map there, that the vehicle that I'm in and my dot kind of separate a little bit sometimes in this. So I'm not sure why that helps, why it happens. Helper E, has completed their task. Good for helper E. It was probably really helper A at one point, but they changed their name all the time. Oh, there's another sunflower field, and sunflowers are making the most money. And that one's ready for harvest. But I don't think I can afford to buy it right now. I don't even know why I have 28,000, to be honest. I didn't think I sold that much straw. And I know I didn't sell any grain. Woohoo! Running the signs. Wait a minute. I think I want to go that way. Okay. And there we go. Up. Okay, we need to work on this driving thing here. Because I'm not doing it right. Whoa! Oh. Wait a minute, I need some clothes. These guys still following me? Hey, it was only the paint scratch, man. I don't even know where the heck I am. Whiplash insurance money, yeah, really. Woohoo! Whoa, what's that? Is this another farm? I don't know if this is just, kind of looks like this may just be decoration. There's some chicken coops back here and big old building and stuff and some housing here. Okay, all right. Yeah, hold on. What's that say? Yeah, farm shop. Yeah, you know what? Same to you. You got a farm and shop over here. Okay. Oh, look, I can sell chicken eggs here. That's nice. I don't know where the heck I am. I can't see now because there's so many gold nugget things hiding everything right now. I guess I should get out and get some gold nuggets or something, huh? See where they're hiding them all. Probably hiding them in the bed of the trucks and stuff. Yeah, if I don't see them, if they're not real obvious, I'm not picking them up. Oh, what's this? Is this the sheep? I can't tell because everything's selling point for wood. Oh, cool. All right, all right. Jeez. You know, in other games, when you hit the question mark there, it stops. But apparently here, you just keep going until you hit that. Selling point for wood chips. That's nice. Okay. Well, looky there. I has a shop. And whatever this is, selling point for something, I don't know what. Because I don't know where I'm at. But that's okay. When I'm ready to sell something, I'll figure it out. So, neat little shopping area. There we go. Okay. Woohoo! Get back on the highway. Kind of. I wonder if I'm getting anywhere near my farm eventually here. Oh, I thought that might be another place to sell eggs. I may be heading too far south. Oh. See, now that sign's backwards. That's the second one that I've seen that I think is backwards. Not even a church was spared destruction during the battle. A landmark for soldiers entering the area. It has since been rebuilt to its former glory. I guess they just called it a church because it looked like a steeple there. So, alrighty. And down the road again. Oh, I think I may be coming to the end of the map here before too long. And here do we have another little billboard here for Can You Help? Yep, that's the same one. So they're putting those all over the place. Here's one right here. What's this? Those vehicles? It's hard to, I think that may be. Oops. The wild sow was a vast minefield. Wow. which claimed the lives of many soldiers. The mines were so closely placed that 4 or 5 would usually detonate at once. Today, a war cemetery stands nearby. Cool. Wonder where the war cemetery is, because I'm not seeing it. And this would be the end of the road right here. Nice, nice. Okay. Nice power lines. We got some good power lines going up here, so they did a good job with that. Look at the sloping terrain. It's really nice. Coming into a valley here. I kind of wonder if he didn't take like a height map or something, you know, and import that in and just kind of take it from there. Whoops, fence. Okay. There are some fences here, which is okay, but they generally have an opening somewhere, like 3 or 4 openings around a field if that's an issue. What we got up here? Oh, we got a little road right here. And what do we got up here on the hill? We got some more stuff up here. That's pretty. Just a really nice drive. See, all the mountains look the same though. See that mountain peaks, those 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 mountain peaks. Everything surrounding it's a lot of duplication there. You can see that. I'd like to see a little bit more irregularity there, but you know, it's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do here. Is that my tractor? That's my tractor. And he's done. Okay. Oh, I'm back at one of my fields. Look at that. I was wondering where I was. And they're trying to tell me there's gold in these here hills. Oh, there it is. Okay. It's on top of the sign. I didn't see that before. Well, I didn't see the sign before. Our old Fiat tractor, which still runs today. Imagine that. Man. Geez, that's like from... That's 1989. Okay. Got it. Didn't I? Or did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Now I got it. Okay. Let's take a look and see how much that is. Alright, stop. Jeez. Yeah, normally when you step out like that or do something else, the vehicles stop. So on this map, they don't stop. If they have any kind of movement going, they will continue moving when you step out or if you get the question marks or whatever. So that would be something that I think would need to be set. So minor detail, just a minor thing. Compare with all the good things that we're seeing out here. This is a great map, really. I don't have a lot of good things to say about some of the maps. I have a lot of complaints about some of them. I've seen a couple little glitches here so far, which is not too bad, you know, just getting started with this. At this point, but yeah. Well, unfortunately, this is the time that I normally say, it's been so nice we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. No, not really. That's Carol Burnett. So, But yeah, this is basically the end of my stream right here. So I want to thank everybody who stopped in tonight and said hi. I really appreciate it. Enjoyed the company. Just jacking the jaw, as they say. You know, having a good time talking. In exploring this new map, which is kind of interesting here, and seeing how it some of the really neat features on this, and it's really given me some pretty neat ideas for my map. I don't think I'm going to be able to get anywhere near this, though, for my first map. It's going to be a while before I can get around to something like this. This is pretty good. I'm just trying to get a map together so I can say, look at that, isn't that nice? So I've been getting all sorts of neat ideas for my next map while I'm going through and building this one, and I've barely even gotten started, so that'll be something neat. All right, so I stream simultaneously on YouTube, on Twitch. You can get to me on Twitter. Thank you so much, Bob. Appreciate it again. Follow me on Twitter. You can see when I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be here next Thursday. I can be here next Thursday, and Saturday and Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday, and after that, it may only be Saturdays for a while. So we'll see until I can get my work schedule worked out. But thanks again for stopping in, and you know, friend me on Steam if you want or anything. So just glad to have your company. So good night, everybody, and have a safe week this week.